How's it going? Welcome to another Sunday morning hobby hang with Megan and I.
Woohoo!
We are excited for today because
we're gonna go see Dune later.
Yeah, we are gonna go see Dune later. That's exciting. If you've seen Dune, let us know what you think. I've heard good things. Yeah. Hard to imagine it not being good, because the first one was good, and it's the same director and stuff.
And we're also here to talk about Ushoran.
We're here to talk about Ushoran and the Mortarch of Delusion. So we are, as you know, we now stream AOS games.
Wow.
And we are really getting close to having a Flesheater Courts army ready to go.
Whole army, yeah.
Yeah, I based... you know what? I went to base them with those guys on stream. Well, if we get there. Anyway, I'll come back. Okay, scatterbrain. What I was going to say is we're really close. And we have got all the things. We have, like, everything for this army. We probably have 5,000 points for this army, right out of the gate.
5,000 already?
Close.
Wait, 5,000?
He's
this guy is like 2,000 on his own.
No, he's like 600 or something. I forget. He's a lot, though.
Is he that much?
He's a lot, yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna feel kind of like a Marathi type deal. So, Meg is painting him. We have entrusted him to Meg.
Entrusted.
Meanwhile, I'm working on his base, and I think that that's a good matchup. Because I'm good at basing, and
no matter what you're doing, you have to stop.
Meg is better at painting than me, unless it's like a million models.
Yeah.
But for the centerpiece, we like to give these models to Megan and or Saray. So here he is. This army will be on the tabletop soon.
Yeah.
We are actually training John up this week, even on in a secret.
He's getting the Rocky treatment.
Rocky, right? No, what?
Rocky Balboa.
Oh, Rocky treatment. Yeah. He's gonna be.
Sorry, guys.
We're gonna play it hasn't previously come up before. It's just I don't think anybody even knew you've seen that movie.
I haven't.
Anyway, so yes.
All right, moving on.
This Thursday we'll be playing a test stream. We're not gonna not test stream, test game. We're not practice game. We're not gonna stream that. Because the models won't be fully painted. To be honest with you, if they were fully painted, we'd probably stream it to members. And so we probably will do that, yeah.
Okay.
But, Meg...
Stands lights.
Oh, yeah. Meg, thank you, Soups, for the gifted membership. And thank you, Christopher.
Yeah, for the
as
heart.
Always, yeah.
Thank you.
Meg, you want to show where you're at with this MFer and start...
My Mortarch?
Yeah, your Mortarch friend?
Yeah.
That's what that means. Okay. I know what you thought it meant.
Yeah. Mortarch friend.
Mortarch friend. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I was airbrushing him last night. If you guys were in Hobby Hang, you probably saw me doing this. And then laying down like his cape and some metallics, just getting some base coats in there. I'm really walking into this without a fully fledged plan. So I'm gonna focus on the skin today because the skin has been figured out. Like, we have a recipe for it. We have, like, a process for the skin. So it's safe to get that out of the way. I'm going to start off with a wash or a contrast of Dreadful Visage.
Yeah.
Which is this nice, like, gray purple. I kind of want him to feel cool. Like, purpley cool. This look, this skin color is, like, too close to an actual skin color for me.
Right.
I'm like, this is very uncanny and uncomfortable. Like, I don't like how he looks.
To be 100% honest with you,
so I want him to look more dead.
But like, to be honest with you, the Dreadful Visage is only going to make it. Yeah, it's going to make it better, but it is going to make it creepy.
That's fine. I want it creepy. I don't want it to look uncanny. Like, I don't want him to look like a person.
Got it.
You know?
We have developed this skin recipe. This is actually Saray's. I kind of bought the paints.
Did Saray come up with this recipe?
I bought a bunch of Dual Exo paints of what color I wanted, brought them home to him, and he was like, okay, let's do it like this. And and then we did the real thin down. Just so you know, I don't know if you've done the Dreadful Visage. We typically do it. Cut it with a little bit of that. I'm pointing to a medium to thin it down.
Yeah, he's pointing to things off screen.
Yeah, and then what we did, if you haven't heard us talk about this before, what we wanted to do, because Flesheater Courts are undead in a unique way. They're not exactly undead. They almost all are cursed. And so...
They're like between vampires and undead zombies, right?
So
they're kind of like in the middle somewhere, whatever that would mean.
Most of the leadership are vampires.
Yeah.
I think they are also, though, cursed vampires.
Yeah. Because they're gross. Like, vampires don't look like this.
They're not the sexy... Well, they're not the sexy soul-like vampires.
They're more ghoulish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the little ghouls and stuff are just cursed people, but... You know, I had talked about reading an article from the Heavy Metal studio when they were painting up this army a few months back. Well, they were probably painting it a couple years ago, and they were talking about, you know, how these are a group of people, and they all have this curse applied to them. And the way Saray and I kind of thought about it was that the curse, whether you had dark skin or light skin as a human, or whatever mortal you were, the curse took about 90% of that away. But Saray and I wanted to do these different contrast washes so that it looked like different skin tones of people had changed.
Differently.
And we started off by using mostly browns that were watered down, and so they looked like natural skin tones, whether you were very light-skinned, maybe like a Northern European, or whether you were very dark-skinned, like Sub-Saharan African skin.
Yeah.
And it was cool because it really diluted the range down into these natural colors. However, what we started finding out was that whenever we used the colors that were not natural skin tones, and in particular that was Dreadful Visage, which is like a purple, Soulblight Gray, which is gray, and Gut Ripper Flesh, which is green, we almost always liked those ones better than the natural skin tones.
Yeah.
So we're still doing all the natural skin tones, but I think what we've started to gravitate towards is a lot of the centerpiece characters. Were not centerpiece characters. A lot of the characters in general were often gravitating towards Dreadful Visage, which we can't always do, because then all the characters will clearly have that, and you know, I guess it's okay. Anyway, it's been a really fun paint journey for this army. The only real problem I have with our paint journeys for this army is it hasn't gone fast enough. We're all getting
busy.
Sidetracked by other things. So yeah, we need to sink some serious man hours into this, finishing up the. But we do have for a progress update, we do have 6 Crypt Flayers fully completed, and I forget what he's called, but he's the Crypt Flayer leader. He's done, and then today on stream, I was actually, if I finish Ushoran, get far enough, dipping his base and stuff, I was going to get 6 Crypt Horrors, also finished, but need to be dipped and varnished, along with the Royal Executioner and a Regent on foot, the special model, the Throne guy. You and Saray painted them on stream about a month or so back,
What's the name of the Judge model? I forget.
Oh, why do I forget his name too? But yeah, we have him.
I have cleanup to do before I get to washing, but I can just... It's annoying because I loaded up my brush. Excuse me. I'll just put this where I don't need cleanup. Then.
Yeah. So Ushoran has this very kind of scenic base.
Yes. We were whining about this before the stream.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. We'll talk about specifically the part we were whining about, but we are doing this sort of like the basing theme for this army. I'll show you the products we're using as we go along, but basically the concept for it is that we are just imagining like almost like an idyllic European fantasy folkland.
Okay.
But just
so like The Hobbit.
Kind of, but in ruins, right? And
oh, that's so sad.
And Ushoran's base is perfect for
like,
that,
the
right?
Shire in ruins.
And like castles and stuff, just like, and that's kind of how these guys live, right? They live in a ruined, broken kingdom that they don't quite see that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been making.
I love that. Speaking of, okay, last night we were watching Beau is Afraid.
Oh yeah.
Did we finish it?
No.
I think I fell asleep.
You fell asleep. I watched a little bit more and then turned it off.
Were you getting like where it was going? Because that movie is about delusions as well. I think.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's so good. Anyway, sorry. Had to throw that out there. I haven't seen like a good movie in a long time.
It was good.
Oh, I love it.
When you fell asleep, I could kind of tell why it's I've heard a lot of good things about it, but its
Yeah.
rating on like Rotten Tomatoes and stuff is only like
Kinda all over
67.
the place. Okay.
And I kind of think towards the end I was like, oh, this is probably why.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Fine.
Sorry,
But I was
slight spoiler,
really
but...
liking it. Yeah. Talk about delusions, man. Yeah, we were on this Joaquin Phoenix kick. What were we watching Monday? It was Napoleon. We liked Napoleon.
Napoleon was pretty good.
Yeah, I liked it.
That's another movie
anyway.
that actually didn't get particularly, like, a lot of people love to kind of hate on Ridley Scott.
Well, people like to hate on things that aren't accurate, especially nerds. No offense, guys, I'm a nerd too. But it's like, well, this doesn't follow XYZ from the book and the lore and da-da-da, and this doesn't make sense. And it's like,
history,
it's
in
a
this
movie.
case, real life history.
Who
Yeah.
cares? Like, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I also...
Yusuf.
Also, I frequently question how... All right. Napoleon. How wrong did that movie really get it? And how right have we really gotten it? And what matters? Who cares?
It's a movie, so
right?
I don't care. Like, I'm not a history person. I'm terrible at history, so I don't care. So maybe it's fair for somebody who likes history to be a little more irritated at that. Like, I got really annoyed at the movie Megan.
Because that's not how people with the name Megan act?
Yeah, we don't act like that.
Okay.
No, because I got annoyed because they showed them building this robot, this crazy robot, like Tesla robot that hangs out with your kids. Like, it's basically your family babysitter.
It had like project management. It was like problematically.
And they took it to market in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, no, you had your marketing done. You built this thing. You tested it. Like, you had prototypes.
Well, to a degree, the movie is about. The movie never comes out and says none of this would have happened if we took more than 2 weeks.
But it's like Meg. It's a movie. Like, and I'm like, it's because I work in like this. A lot of us, right? Anybody who works with a project manager gets like how long these types of projects take, and you're not even building like a robot, a killer robot. So like, anyways, I get it, but I don't know. You gotta set that aside and just enjoy the damn movie for what it is, because that's all it is a movie. Anyway, hi. Liberty's asking me if I did a run. Liberty, I appreciate you checking in on me. But no, I did not go on a run today. And I don't feel bad about it. And I don't plan on feeling bad about it. It happens. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about accountability buddies, Zach?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Don't feel about them.
I don't feel anything.
So I guess I don't care about them.
I think it's really sweet. I appreciate having like Kate as my buddy to talk with when I go running and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I've never had like, okay, make sure I run, like check in with me and like, you know, don't let me forget. 'Cause I don't want to feel bad if I decide to sleep in instead.
Yeah, well, certainly probably shouldn't. Sleep is a pretty big deal. You know?
Liberty, you can be an accountability blueberry boy. How about that?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
What does any of this even mean?
What are we even talking about today?
Hey, we have some memes.
We do have some memes. Should we take a look?
Let's look at some memes.
Let's look at some memes. Yeah, go ahead.
We've got a lot of stuff going on today.
I guess so. Yeah. Starting with this one. So, thanks, Soups, for this one. Our Monday night games are member games. And they get a little weird because we're like, these are for members. Let's get a little weird.
We like to have fun.
So anyway, yeah, we did happy hour on Monday and chat bought us shots. And Saray and I had a tough time towards the end.
Yeah. I really, you know, it goes to show
how much people like making us drink on air.
No, I was gonna talk about the Fernet, the choice of the drink.
Oh, right. That's right. It was terrible. It tasted
And
like toothpaste.
That's so weird. I loved it.
Does anyone out there like Fernet?
Brett does.
What? What is with you guys?
Yeah, Brett and I like that kind of stuff. I don't know. We're old men.
Old men. Yeah. You like licorice too.
I do.
Weird.
So I don't know. I thought you guys would like it.
I know, you're so sweet. You're like, this will be delicious.
Well,
for these
so the thing about Fernet is that it is the same amount of alcohol. It's 40% as like a traditional vodka, or that 40% is kind of the standard for most spirits, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you take a shot of vodka or tequila or whatever, it's most of them are gonna have a little bit of a burn unless you spend a lot of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fernet doesn't actually have a burn.
No, it doesn't have a burn. It's just gross.
Yeah. But that was kind of my thinking, and the reason it doesn't have a burn is it should have a burn, but those intense flavors cover that. I think like prevent that from happening. We could do Campari. I don't like Campari straight because it's
bitter.
It's a little thick. I'm okay with the bitterness, but the thick, it's like a little syrupy, right?
Oh yeah. You're right. It is syrupy.
And it's less alcohol. So we'll have to be on the lookout for something that doesn't burn too bad.
That's all right.
Honestly, we should probably, if we do this again.
Oh, we'll do it again. I don't mind. I hate shots.
With the right group, we'll do it.
It's funny. I think it's funny to watch people being kind of miserable.
Yeah.
So it's good TV.
So
maybe it's not. You guys tell us.
Know.
But I don't mind.
Well,
I think it's funny.
The point is,
I've told you many times I would do a lot of things for money.
The point is, we will do it again, but.
Great.
Heads up, next time we will probably find something that is
we'll mix
closer
it up.
in the 30% alcohol range, I think.
Well, we'll mix it up too. We'll do other things during happy hour. Not just alcohol.
No, absolutely.
We're not monsters.
Well, other things during members' nights. Yeah, we're not doing that this Monday. So, don't get used to it, chat.
Yeah, chat. This is from Polly, and I think after Tentacles, what happened? I think I was just, tired? Do you understand what this meme is?
No.
Do you remember the tentacles segment? You remember us talking about tentacles at all?
Yeah.
I mean, it's tentacles, right? So we went there. We went there with, fun tentacle stuff. like hentai stuff, right? We, talked about it a little bit. Wasn't anything terrible. It's definitely PG rated.
It was
worst. I think everything was blurred out.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't get this.
No, I didn't either. It's you've. Oh my gosh! Here we go.
Oh, you're about to unleash a hot take, man?
It's not a hot take. Do you know what have you ever seen a dragon toy?
Oh, okay.
He gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys get it. Yeah, just look it up. Okay. Anyways, this is what entered Polly's mind because he's a sick individual. Just kidding. Thanks, Polly. Yeah, and then what were we playing Monday? It was the one where you blow up objectives, right? And it's the loser gets to choose which objectives, but what mission is that?
It's called a Nexus Collapse. Yeah.
Nexus Collapse. Yeah, and I was winning most of the game, and so Saray kept blowing up my objectives.
Right.
And then at the end there was one objective left, and I was finally losing, so I got to blow it up if I wanted to. And of course I blew it up because Saray can't get away with that.
Yeah.
No other thought. I was I'm not worried about points. I'm not worried about winning. I just want to blow up this last objective.
Oh, it was a 1-point game, and but I don't think
it would have mattered.
I don't think
But I was forget it. No more objectives.
Yeah.
We're done. So yeah, that was me.
Oh my gosh.
I was very offended by that objective.
Interesting.
All right, last but not least, you who made this one? I made this one. It's pretty good, right? Have you noticed we've had a flood of Reddit memes? So I assume if you're out there, we love you. But I just thought this was funny. We just had a deluge of memes all of a sudden.
I
was
see.
we have a new person in our chat. This is great.
I see.
Soy Sumer, one day I'm sure you will make a meme worthy enough of sharing with the masses. Until then, you're gonna get bonked in our Discord.
Oh, because he's doing like just
He's
like generic
some
memes.
good ones. He's posted some good ones, but it's kind of like you notice which memes get shared, right?
Well,
the ones people make about our show.
Yeah.
You know, we've been referred to as influencers. I don't think I'm influencing anybody. That's fine. But if you're an influencer, you're a little narcissist, right? Just a little narcissistic. So come on. Make memes about it.
I don't think so, but it doesn't sound right to me. But
Zach's like, no. Anyway, that was that.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, good memes.
Maybe mine was the worst.
Definitely, but that's okay. No, I appreciate it. Yeah. There's something about gaming that just causes the meme output to start going up, huh? I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Dice are really ultimately the main character sometimes.
I'm really happy it was nice to meet Soy Sumer. Seems like a happy guy.
Meet him?
Well, in Discord.
Oh.
You're like, tell me more about this. What happened?
No, I just didn't know if we didn't
No,
know
we haven't met in person, but I like seeing the Discord grow and like seeing what people
yes, absolutely
tap into us and yeah, so I'm all for it.
How's Ushoran going for you so far, Meg?
Oh, I was just cleaning up some chips because I kept leaning him on his face.
Oh no!
When I was painting him.
Yeah.
So he needed some cleanup. Anyway, so now I'm just gonna do some more washes on the skin. Yeah.
I meanwhile am mostly done. Kind of the first pass of dry brush on this. I'm going through and picking out all the bones around him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that looks good.
And yeah, it's it's a good base actually.
It's kind of nice that it's like there for you. It's like done. Not done, but like I don't know.
Well, you're not wrong because
I mean, for people like me who are like, I don't feel like hit bashing a base today.
You're not wrong. A lot of the stuff we have that we're doing with the rest is pretty close to this, honestly. So it's gonna look. He's gonna fit in well with
all his friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. A lot of bones here, though. Pretty sure he's on top of this one. I don't even think you're gonna see this one.
That's all right. You gotta paint it anyway. Just like the inside of a Tau Manta. That you never plan on taking the top off for. Guys, don't forget to vote in our poll. Like every poll, it's very important.
Yeah. Megan, you excited about Dune?
I'm very excited. Yeah. We're definitely going to go get you that butthole popcorn bucket. They better have it. I'll be pretty upset if they don't.
Whatever that is that you're describing, I don't think I want it.
Oh, we're getting it. So they did these... Didn't we talk about this?
I think a little bit.
It's these toppers for the popcorn bucket. And it looks like a sandworm mouth. And what does a sandworm mouth look like, Zach?
I think I have to go put somebody out on the patio. So I might be back.
That's not what a sandworm mouth looks like, but I'll help you out. It looks like a butthole.
You know
guys.
what I'm talking about.
It looks like a butthole. So, that's okay. Chris, I haven't seen the miniseries, but I would still vote. Someone's in trouble. Zach is not having Bartok's nonsense this morning. We don't need to talk about poor Bartok. I'm like, he's perfect. He like ran around. I think he barfed in here and then he ran around somewhere else and barfed out there. So Zach had to clean it up. Well, he didn't have to. It's just that I was doing something else. So he's not happy with Bartok right now. Anybody else out there painting Ushoran? He's pretty cool. I guess you wouldn't be unless you're playing Flesheater Courts, and shockingly, not a lot of you are. I thought you would be. But, yeah, this is a gross army. Not everybody is here for it.
Oh my god, that was intense.
It was a little intense.
Bartok was being insane.
He just wanted to see us. He likes being on stream. I get it.
We're also mad at him, though, because...
I told them. Yeah. We don't need to talk about it again. It's
he was
gross.
like, hey, what if right before the stream I just did this? Yeah. Freaking annoying. Okay. Meg, we can show... Here, I'll pass this guy to you.
Yeah, okay.
That's the basing we're doing.
Let's see, if I'm holding this here, let's move this. Hold on. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Oops. That's the wrong one to move. Sorry, guys. There we go. All right. You guys want me to show the crypt flare? That's what this is, right?
Yeah, there's one of the crypt flares that's been based.
Yeah.
I haven't used these types of gravelly bases.
So he's not using like the purple wash, clearly.
No, he had like a yellow actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to go yellow. Do you need me to?
No, I'm just thinking about what I'm going to do with this.
Okay.
We've run out of space.
A little bit. Hey, Caldorf, how were the other paint jobs? I like how Games Workshop painted him green. Like, gave him green skin. Because, yeah, he doesn't look uncanny with it.
Okay, I can take this guy back.
Okay. Yeah. How are you?
Me? I'm good.
Have you calmed down?
Yeah. I'm just getting through the bone here, so
yeah.
I got the first coat down. I can show where I'm at.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So you can kind of see.
Really nice
the stone is mostly close to done. I'm going to put a little bit of green tinting stuff on the stone.
Zach, so fast.
Well, this is easy. I mean, it's just dry brushing, really. And now I will bone up that bone.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm like, where do I go with that line?
Okay. I'm going to use a little Vallejo bone white. And I'm going to use a tiny dry brush.
Okay. I'm probably going to do a few layers of this stuff. And actually, like, I don't feel like I need to thin it. The purple.
Oh, the dreadful visage. Yeah, kind of not.
Really, no.
Yeah, I think Sarai had come to that conclusion as well, but I know I had that. As I was sitting there doing it, I was realizing that the dreadful visage, not all contrasts are kind of the same.
Yeah, they all behave differently.
They all behave a little differently.
Because the green, was it the green one that was really strong? I can't remember.
Reds are strong. Some of the reds are very strong, yeah. The oranges are not strong at all. That's kind of normal.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times they just come out looking red or yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah. War Hipster and Marco. Oh, cool. Yeah, we should go check out some of those videos too. I definitely need to. I need to come up with a plan. I really want to do some freehand on his cape. I'm trying to think of what it would look like though. Who is the girl you had me follow yesterday who does the intricate freehand?
Oh, it's Julia something. I forget. Her link is in our Discord hobby chat hang, because I shared it with a bunch of people.
Bunch of you people.
She's in she's this Russian lady, and I don't really feel like she's a wargamer. I'm not even sure I've seen her paint like a GW model or like any war game model. It looks like she's kind of painting. If she's painting war game models, they're historicals. Like almost everything she paints is a historical. So I haven't seen her do like a Space Marine or anything.
But it looks like hyper realistic, right? Like she does this like hyper realistic, intricate.
She likes clothing. And
filigree.
Yeah. She does like clothing and horsehair and like rugs and stuff like that. That seems to be kind of like her specialty.
There we go. Julie Wera.
Yeah, that's
her,
it.
Laura.
That's it.
Amazing. I'm not going to do anything like that on this cape, but I want to do something, right? Like, I'd like to try some filigree, and then if it's all, like, janky, right, because he's dirty, that'd be kind of cool. But I am going to do, like, a lot of dirty down and, what's the word now? I can't remember it. Weathering. weathering.
Oh, that's actually kind of something I want to do on this guy. I want to use the dirty down moss. Serena and I have had kind of did not love our first go at it when we were using it back in the summer for something. But I think I'd like to try it again and see how it goes.
Yeah.
So I might grab it and try it out today.
Okay.
Put a little it makes like a slick moss. Like a slimy looking moss kind of effect. I don't know that I really want that on here though.
Yeah.
Can I pass this to you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna let this dry for a second.
I hate doing this, but there's one more thing I want to grab out in the living room.
Okay.
Can I pass this to you? And can you put him on it? Is he? Can we just check? I want to check.
Like, is he done? No.
I want to check it on where he goes on that.
Sure. Let's do that. Zach keeps abandoning me. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, he fits all right. Actually, I like his cape looks better on camera, but I have a long way to go on it. Anyway, yeah, I think he's pretty good. I also want to do like uwu glue effects, like drool and stuff. I think would be pretty cool. Yeah, here he is, Zach.
Okay. Okay, cool. Here's, by the way, folks, what Meg and I were whining about earlier.
Oh, right.
If you turn him around,
his cape has base material under it.
Yeah.
Which you're like so sad about it.
Well, it's just obnoxious. Yeah, I don't know when to do that.
Well, we can do it when he's drying, like when the washes are drying.
Yeah.
That I'm working on. Okay. Maybe.
Well, it's not something we have to do on the stream today. When I said I don't know when to do that.
I see. Okay.
I almost more so meant like.
I forgot to do the flaps of skin in his. What is this up here? What do we call this? His like mane. I don't know. It's like a shoulder wrap on the top of his cape.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know fashion things, but we have a fashion segment coming up.
We do in a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, fashion show.
Fashion show. Okay.
Nah. All right. Yeah, I want him to look kind of like cold, not cold, like he's not cold, right? He's covered in fur and stuff, but the colors I want to be kind of cold and dead looking. Like the red makes them look living to me, like normal living. Mm-hmm. I don't want that. I don't want the Mac and Me look on
the
these
Mac
guys.
And Me look.
Oh my gosh, that movie. Oh, is Cody in here? Because oh yeah, Stoll. Yeah. Somebody voted for the old Dune.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and last night Cody was defending, I think it was last night, Cody was like, yep, that's the best one. I'm like, oh.
Wait, which Cody?
Cody Cold Painting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man, did you see the white gray, the off-white, the Vallejo off-white around?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah. It is weird. Can I interest you in titanium white?
No. It's fine. Yeah, this is not the right color. Why do I have to... This is annoying. I have to keep getting up.
You seem a little unprepared.
We have a bone... Well, a lot of it's was dealing with our cat, right? So where is that color?
Don't blame Bartok. He's perfect. He's a perfect little angel.
Oh, here it is. Okay.
So who went to Warhammer World yesterday? I know Soups and Laura and Captain Mannerings were there. Anybody else? Anyone else go? Or, today. I think Barry's there today.
Oh, cool.
Or was there. I don't know. What time is it? I guess he could still be there.
6:30. Yeah, I don't know. So it's just like they have an anniversary thing going on?
It's like the birthday of that store.
Oh, okay. Of the main big store.
Yeah. So that's why there's all this extra special stuff happening.
That's fun. Vino went to a GW store anniversary too.
A different birthday. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We haven't gone to the Los Gatos one. The one near us.
Yeah, are they is
know.
everyone doing something?
Well, I think they do. A lot of stores will do like an anniversary thing, and they give like a model away then. And
yeah, but I'm saying like, would they be celebrating Warhammer Worlds?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so.
It seems like they'd be doing their own.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
When I don't know when they started, but that would be fun. We should go next time. We should look that up.
We should
ask
figure out
them.
when that
Hey, when's
is.
your anniversary party so we can get free stuff?
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna have laser tag?
Laser? No, it's too small.
I know.
That's the joke.
Zach doesn't think I'm funny anymore. I don't know how long this is gonna last.
No, sorry, I didn't know if there was like a laser tag joke that I missed earlier or something.
Just that that the store is small.
Oh, okay. No, it's no, yeah, it's.
So yeah. Sorry.
All right. The nice thing about
Yeah.
Using this off-white is that it's both the final coat on the bone and the final coat on the stone. And so you end up with a little easy step here where you can't mess up. Everything gets the same kind of final color. There it is. You want to pass. That's kind of more or less getting pretty close to being before we start doing greenery to it. I'm interrupting Meg. Sorry.
You're fine.
There it is.
Like, this is what I want.
Yeah.
That's the spot.
So
that's the ticket.
That's kind of before we start adding some greenery, green things to it, which I think I'm going to do right now.
Okay. Cool.
Looking okay though, Meg? Looking good enough for Ushoran?
What? Yeah, yours is great. I'm taking my sweet time with him, purpling him up, but he's getting more and more purple, like gray.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is gonna look great.
Yeah.
He's a big model.
He is big. It's really big.
Sorry, you haven't seen the David Lynch Dune?
It's okay. You don't need to.
No. I disagree.
Well, you should watch it so that you can talk about it with other nerds, I think.
I'm weirdly slightly with Cody in that it's interesting. I would describe the David Lynch Dune as interesting. What about you, Meg?
Oh, I would describe it as utterly terrible.
Oh, you don't like it at all?
Absolutely not. No.
Oh, okay.
I had the hardest time. I mean, I like
Kyle
McLaughlin.
It's a good cast.
Kyle McLaughlin.
It's a good cast.
I like him, like in general, but I hate that movie. I remember I watched it a few times, and I'm like, maybe it'll make sense to me this third time or whatever time. And no, it never made sense to me. I was like, I don't understand what's going on. Like,
David Lynch movies in general, David Lynch content in general
me.
doesn't make sense.
Like,
yeah.
I don't want to see this. And I've tried several times, and I don't think I got it until I saw the new movie. Yeah. Like, and then I went back and I was like, oh, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
When I watched the new movie, I immediately understood.
Stronger storytelling.
I immediately understood what was going on, who people were, like why they were having problems, like why were they leaving their homeland, like what was, I understood that so much better. So,
Oh, sorry, he says do a blue contrast.
On what?
I don't know. He's just randomly
He's just
yelling
that at people. Like, okay, everyone, stop what you're doing. Use a blue contrast.
Whatever you're doing right now, blue contrast.
Yeah.
Add it into your stew. Whatever.
Into your stew. Yeah.
What was I about to say? Oh, David Lynch. The David Lynch one is interesting. I there's certain elements I like. There's certain things I hate.
Yeah.
I really hate the internal monologue. I really hate the internal monologue that they run.
Yeah. I hate the way they do that.
I hate that so bad.
Like, you guys, I know it works in the book, but it doesn't work for this movie.
My favorite one is when like Kyle MacLachlan walks into a room and there's like he sees Spice for the first time and in his internal monologue is just Spice.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, David, we come on.
Yeah.
But there's a reason they did that, and I know one of you guys is gonna know. I think they went back and added that because I'm pretty
People
sure
were like, what's happening?
I'm pretty sure after watching the first edit, they were like, nobody knows anything that's going on in this movie, and we need something to help. And rather than reshoot or do like reshoot scenes or whatever, they came up with a solution to just like add some internal monologue. Which is sort of weird. I mean, if you think about it...
just means you're not telling a good story.
Yeah,
they didn't do that in the new ones.
Well, I think the gold measure to hold it up against is for his Hollywood storytelling, fantasy, sci-fi is probably Star Wars, right? The Star Wars movies had all just come out.
Yeah, nobody knew what that was.
They quickly, and within the realm of the story, explain what the Force is and what a Jedi is, right? By Obi-Wan Kenobi, by Luke encountering Obi-Wan Kenobi on Tatooine, right?
Yeah.
Obi-Wan Kenobi like tells all this stuff. He fully explains the universe, and it makes a lot of sense. Now, what I will say is, since then, Star Wars movies have only ever used that trick to explain the story, and it gets annoying. Now and it's one of the reasons I think like no new Star Wars has felt as good as the old ones, right? Like,
you know, you say that.
Yeah.
But people who grow up with the new Star Wars love them.
They do.
And they find them superior.
Oh, that's
yes,
rare.
They
that's
do.
rare.
Nope. A lot of people I work with are like, I love episode 1, 2, and 3. They're my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
nobody likes Jar Jar.
Well, I guess the thing is, it's true. If you saw those first and encountered and dealt with those more, then that initial storytelling of what the Force was would have felt new and fresh to you. But my point is that every Star Wars movie like has this need to do that explanation kind of often, or Rebel Moon. I really hate that. Cody, you're definitely right. Lynch Dune is
Rebel
way
Moon
better
does
than
not
Rebel
deserve
Moon.
to be discussed on the same platform as Star Wars or Dune.
Even the David Lynch
Dune. To
be honest with you, yeah.
Even the David, okay.
David Lynch Dune is some cool things. It's like,
I guess I'm like literally sitting here trying to decide, would I rather watch the David Lynch Dune or Rebel Moon?
No, that's not even close. Okay, here's what I will say. Rebel Moon doesn't even really have cool special effects. There's nothing.
Go ahead.
There's no visuals elements to it that are cool. There's like nothing good about Rebel Moon. David Lynch Dune has two types of special effects. Ones that are pretty cool, like the Navigators.
Mm-hmm. They are cool.
And ones that are really stupid and funny, like the shields during the fight.
We have some super chats to catch up on before we get back to this little heated topic.
Okay.
Caldorf, thank you for your super chat. I chose book, but old enough to have watched the original Dune in the theater. I enjoyed it. Was like 3 hours long. Yeah, they all are, aren't they? 3 hours is not enough though to tell the whole story, but that's cool that you got to see it in theaters. That's the year I was born. So I didn't get to see it in theaters.
You don't get a sense in the original Dune, not the original Dune, the David Lynch Dune, does a lot of things bad, but then you look at like the Frank Herbert illustrations, and like, an example is Sardaukar, which is what most people believe Space Marines are kind of based off of.
Oh, okay.
And in the new Dune, Sardaukar, you get a really big sense of how scary they are.
Yeah.
You see them on their home planet. Jason Momoa talks about like, I don't really, you know when you deal with one of them, and you watch them.
And they're not wearing these goofy outfits.
Right,
they
but that's what I was going to say.
Like the costuming is better.
In the David Lynch one, they have the dumbest. You're like, who would be afraid of these dudes?
The guy who plays the Baron. He just looks like a giant, like, not orange Oompa Loompa. He looks so bad.
I kind of think
he's covered in stuff, and I'm like,
the Baron,
I hate looking
the Harkonnens kind of work for me in the David Lynch.
I hate the Harkonnens. They're so corny.
I think the
Harkonnens. Of course, I love Brad Dourif. I just love Brad Dourif.
Yeah. The Harkonnens work for me in the David Lynch. I don't know. What do you folks think? I think the Harkonnens sting.
Sting's fine, I guess, but like again, like it's because it's the 80s. Like
I think one of them was. I think the other was Jim
80s,
Belushi.
Like very like 80s costuming and storytelling is not that scary. It's goofy looking. Like their hair, their makeup, like
yeah.
everything's like so gaudy
Yeah.
and weird. I also think it's super weird. It makes sense because there's a lot of these like feudal like elements to the culture. But they're the what's her name? Jessica is like, she looks like she's straight out of like Cinderella or something. Her costuming is so bizarre. And I'm like, wait, this is a sci-fi? Like, why is she wearing this?
To make her look weird, they like gave her no hair or like a really far back receding hairline.
Looked weird.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not into this at all. Yeah. So it's not for me. I think I'm reading the book. I've been not finding the time to finish it. I'm like halfway through. I think the book's really good. Actually, I really enjoy the book.
You know, I don't think I'm going to use... Sorry, folks. I'm switching things up. I don't think I'm going to use the moss on this.
I'm like, the base. He just throws it away.
I think my preference would be, honestly, to have blood on here.
Okay.
And the way I will do that...
It's dry for a second.
There's this way I like to do blood where I will put some down now, then varnish it, and then put some down later.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, we did talk a little bit about the poll, but we have a segment for you guys.
Yes.
Yeah. Really quickly, thank you, Molecule, for the donation. I'm going to say this out loud so you can quote me. Zack Snyder is a master at world building. Thanks, Cody.
What?
Michael Cody.
We've talked about this before.
Molecule.
And how we all
Cody
feel bad for Zack Snyder in some ways. Like, what happened?
I don't feel bad for him. He's got money. People with money.
Can I see Ushoran again?
Yeah.
I want to see where to put blood.
Sure. What I was going to say earlier, we're going to get to the segment. Chill out. What I was going to say earlier was that I would still rather watch Rebel Moon, even though it's bad.
Than the David Lynch one?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. Okay, but hear me out. It's not because I think it's a better movie. I really don't. I think it's because I really enjoy making fun of it. Like, I'm like very excited to watch Rebel Moon with you guys, so that we can goof off and like...
Part 2, you mean?
Yeah, part 2. We're going to watch it when it comes out. We have an event in our Discord. If you're not signed up and you want to have fun watching a terrible movie, you should sign up to get notified. But yeah, I'm very excited about that. And I would rather do that than rewatch the original Dune. There comes like the tomatoes. Stop.
No, I think I guess when you put it that way, there's some validity to it. But I that's sort of what I feel about the problem with Rebel Moon, is that it's not quite bad enough to even really enjoy making. I mean, it's too bad. You can't really even enjoy making fun of it. It's sort of how I feel about Rebel Moon. It's just because it keeps trying so dang hard, and it's just kind of not great in that way.
All right, let's talk segments.
Yes. So speaking of fashion,
yeah.
One thing that can be said that we like, I know I like about AOS, is that there's this kind of vibe, and the GW Design Studio has brought this up themselves, that the characters in AOS, compared to the characters in 40K, except for maybe the Necrons, are so much about like themselves, their ego, their drama, right? It is truly like a high school gone mad. It's like an 80s high school movie, right? With all the big egos tied up in a lot of the characters. To reflect this, of course, the models often reflect this as well. Maybe Marathi stands out as the most of a drama queen character, but the Mortarchs certainly also, I think. And so we were thinking about that. We were thinking about the Mortarchs and what is their, their how's their outfitting show this? How's their outfitting show their ego and their drama?
Yeah.
And we wanted to pit them against each other.
Of course.
And who wore it best.
Yeah.
So we have a few styles here, a few clothing styles here, and
that's not it.
There we go.
That's not it. Which is
go.
it, Zach?
You made the stream deck today.
I did.
You made all this.
This is all my fault.
Yep. Okay. There it is. Who wore it best?
So those of you who like missed some of our streams, it's like, here's some of the things that we've done.
Yeah.
Okay, who wore it best?
So first up is capes.
Capes, yeah.
Now
I'm a little
we
sad.
didn't want to just say capes. We wanted to say a dramatic cape, right? A dramatic cape. Who wore the dramatic cape best?
Zach will give me like the.
Did you get the other ones?
I don't know. We'll find out. I don't think so.
All right.
Zach will give me the things that he wants to label things with, and I'm like, okay, I'll edit that as I work. And he's like, no, that's what I wanted it to say.
I don't think that's how creative writing works. I think that's how technical writing works.
Yes.
Yeah. For creative writing, you just do what the person says.
Oh my gosh, what a bozo I am. Anyways, decadent capes.
Dramatic cape. A dramatic cape. Also, I think if you can't tell who these models are because they're chopped off in ways that only show the cape. On the left, we've got Ushoran, who we're working on right now. In the middle is Manfred. Mm-hmm. And
my boyfriend.
Manfred, and then your boyfriend, your death boyfriend.
Yeah.
And then on the right is my death girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lady O.
Lady O.
So, who wore the cape best? What do you think, Meg?
Okay, so
let's talk. We could show Manfred actually. Not Manfred.
Ushoran, yeah.
We don't have a Manfred model in the apartment
No.
ever. Actually, just kidding. We currently do. It's in Brad's
case. It
case.
is actually, and we have all of these models except.
The only model we
have Catacross?
No, yes, he's here right now. Steven has him. The only model we don't have here right now, but is painted by Steven, is Ark in the Black. And we have an Ark in the Black up there, too.
We just showed the box.
Ready to be built.
Anyway. I mean, okay.
I'm with Soups on this.
So, I think Ushoran has a cool cape because it's big. Like, there's a lot of it, but it's all wrinkled and, like, dirty.
Yeah,
I don't think it's like
it fits
that
a style.
It fits a style.
Is the top part considered part of the cape, or is that a? I
don't know. I think it's the stole that goes like.
It's shoal.
Or is it the top of the?
Is it shoal or
is
stole?
it built in? It seems like a separate piece
Stall.
to the cape. It's not stall.
Stool.
You were trying to get away with that yesterday.
Is it stool?
It's not stool, but
okay.
Lady O, I don't think she's wearing a cape, so I'm not giving it to her.
Oh, she's absolutely wearing a cape.
If
Are you
she's
joking?
wearing a sheet.
Are you joking? Hand the Lady O model to me.
This is a sheet.
Put her in. This is absolutely. She has a cape. First of all, Lady O.
And a veil.
First of all, Lady O basically is a cape.
Yeah, she's a sheet. She's just a sheet.
Okay. And then she has her hair.
Yeah, that's not a cape.
That's not cape.
Is that her hair? Oh,
yeah.
It is her hair. And then there's a veil. That's a veil, dude.
She's a cape.
This is a skirt, actually. If you look up close at the model, it's actually a skirt. So Zach's the one who really botched this one. I'm going with Manfred.
You're going with Manfred?
Because, look, I'm like pointing at the screen. He's got ghosts, like, pulling his cape for him.
Yeah,
How cool is that?
They're trying to get away from him.
They're making it look cooler. No. Maybe they are. But I pick Manfred.
Listen, I know when I'm wrong. And Meg, you are sort of right. It is mostly a veil.
A skirt.
There's a cape. It's not a skirt.
Go look her up.
It's like a dress. She has like a dress on.
Well, she's a bodice, yeah. And
yeah,
then,
it's like what you're wearing right
now,
now, but a dress instead of a
It's not at all what I'm wearing right now.
Well,
but okay.
It's a dress with a bodice there.
This isn't a dress or a bodice.
That's why I said except. Okay.
So other than these two main ways, it's like exactly what I'm wearing.
All right. But no, because you were talking about wearing a corset thing with yours or whatever.
I see.
So, yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's what she's doing, and I think you're right. It isn't really quite a cape.
Count. I think Neferata was snubbed in this category.
Yeah, Neferata.
She has a great cape.
So I hate to say this, but Soups, I think we do have to give it to Manfred.
Hell yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Manfred wore it best.
All right. Next is interns.
Who? Yeah.
And this would also never mind. Okay. So interns. All right. Catacross has a lot of interns. We want to show all of them. We were only able to, I guess, show one.
Well, we got to zoom in.
Yeah, I actually sort of wish we had shown all of Catacross's because for me...
a couple of little skeleton dudes.
For me, Catacross wins.
Oh, easy.
This doesn't make it look like he wins, though.
Well, I think so. I mean, sorry. I mean, I guess we just need to start checking each other's work.
I guess so.
Since we're going to rip on it live on air.
I guess so.
The ghosts under Ark in the Black they're lame. They're like 4/4s. They don't do anything, right? They're not very good in battle, and also like they're just ghosts. Like they don't look like they're actually interns. They're not learning anything.
Yeah, they're They
and
have
also,
a name.
Lady O has ghosts. She's nerd ghosts.
Lady O has 2 attendants that are hanging on nearby. One of them is holding a great, not the ones shown here. One of them is holding a grave sand hourglass, which lets Lady O do one ability, and the other one's holding this book, which lets Lady O do another ability.
Yeah,
they don't fight at all.
That's cool. Yeah, right.
But they
do help her.
They give her abilities.
So that's cool.
Catacross has 8 dudes hanging out with him.
Yeah, he's a bunch,
and
they all look like that.
I wish we could show the whole Catacross model here, but the cool Catacross is what I love about Catacross is he's maybe the least dramatic of all the Mortarchs.
Yeah.
Except in battle, he's like sitting on a chair.
Yes.
And somehow that chair and stuff move around.
Yeah.
I guess. And all the attendants do the work. Catacross actually.
Are they like picking it up and carrying it?
I don't know what the story is. I think it's supposed to be like he's there and you've come to him or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But the way he actually works in battle is kind of funny. When you go to fight him, if you go to fight him with like a unit, Catacross doesn't really get up off his chair. He makes the attendants do all. He makes the interns do all the work. Yeah, but if there's a hero nearby, then he gets up and then he's like then he slaps very hard. But until then, he just sits on the chair.
Yeah.
That whole giant model moves like 4 inches. It's like that's slow.
It's like a skeleton or zombie.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think Catacross for me, Meg.
Totally. Yeah. I was gonna vote for him too because his attendants look like they mean business. Like they look scary.
Yeah, they're warriors.
They're like ready to fight.
Yeah.
Right.
I
don't know.
They're
and he
reapers.
actually makes them go do things. Like that's kind of funny.
One of them,
that's such an intern thing.
The AV Arc is like a bird skeleton man that steals your command points.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like there's all kinds of things that they do. Yeah. Okay. Next and not least is a boutique headwear. Okay.
I just put headwear. I'm sorry.
Who
wore it best? There's Catacross's head. Neferata.
Who's Neferata all blurry? Yeah.
I know. I grabbed what I could grab.
Yeah.
And then Ushoran.
Who has the best boutique headwear?
Boutique headwear. Yeah.
This is
I do like Ushoran's bony crown.
Yeah?
I do like it. It's like simple and straightforward. It looks like it's literally coming out of his head. Yeah, like it's implanted into his actual skull or it's actually growing out of his skull. One or the other, right? Which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah. I listen, I hate to say this, but I sort of feel like Ushoran, of all of the Mortarchs, I think his fashion might be the worst.
It's the worst. He's delusional.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did press a gemstone into his forehead too.
Ushoran looks like when, like, speaking of Joaquin Phoenix or like Woody Harrelson, when like one of those actors goes through like their like rebellious like intellectual stage and shows up to the Oscars in something like jeans and a t-shirt or whatever. That's Ushoran. Like, he's going through his like rebellious stage and like everyone else shows up to the Mortarch ball dressed like how they dress, and Ushoran shows up in like overalls and no shirt. Ushoran would absolutely be in overalls and no shirt underneath it kind of guy. So? I think so. That fur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Who do you vote for here?
It's hard. Like, I like his a lot because of...
Don't let me change your vote.
It's okay. I wasn't going to vote for him. I enjoy it. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it's boutique.
It's not boutique.
No, it's built into his head.
It's arts and crafts. If he's lucky, maybe he got that off of Etsy.
I kind of... Like, if you look at Catacross's up close, like, it's hand-stitched, right? He's got, like, stitches in it. Aren't those stitches?
I think so.
Yeah, like, that makes it very boutique.
That's pretty boutique.
It's very artisan.
Neferata's also pretty good, too.
Hers is great. Hers is actually, like, looks like a queen would wear it.
Yeah. I'm picking Neferata.
Yeah.
Neferata's...
I'm gonna go with Catacross.
Catacross again.
Yeah.
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 Do you like this model? Because you...
Nah.
Not
it's
really.
Too much going on. It's like the kind of thing I wouldn't want to paint.
Yeah.
It's cool looking, but he's just like kind of a prima donna up there, not even fighting.
Yeah, he just kind of hangs out.
He doesn't deserve that headwear.
Yeah.
that boutique headwear.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, thank you
I'm
for
sorry,
putting the
Zach.
segment together,
I'm really
Meg.
sorry I botched it.
It's fine. It's not fair to pass it along and not give detail.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, cool. I'm ready to dip. Dippity dip here.
Yeah, and we
Can
got
I
some...
see him one more time?
Please, yeah. I'm mixing up. I'm going to start highlighting his skin a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. Ushoran thinks he's the best dressed, so it doesn't really matter what we say. We did get a super chat from someone very special.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Rudy Picardo. Thank you for your super chat. We miss you. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing okay. Because he's overseas. Good afternoon. Oh, he's not anymore.
Oh,
he's in
back.
Virginia.
Yeah,
Great.
yay.
Good
Cool.
afternoon from Virginia. Home for a few days. Awesome. To spend time with the family. Working on some rampart terrain while watching the stream. I just watched the documentary called Jodorowsky's Dune on Max. Great for Dune fans.
Oh, we should watch this. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Rudy, everyone,
Rudy.
correct me if I'm wrong. This is the mini series that or no, this was the one.
He said it's a documentary.
Yeah, but this is a Dune that they also tried to make, I think, before the David Lynch one, and it didn't even get off the ground. Yeah.
Thank you, Rudy. That's awesome. It's so good to hear from you.
I think it's weird.
Yeah, we should watch that.
We should watch it. I think it's weird. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I think it's odd that Dune had this kind of like, what do you say? This sort of, oh, it's so hard to make it. No one can get, like, come on.
Well,
people have made weirder things in the movies. Like,
yeah, but at the time, it's kind of epic. Like how, I don't know, making a sandworm for the first time was probably weird. Maybe. No, they had done it in Star Wars.
2001? Come on, like, they made 2001 into a... We've read the book.
I guess, like, weird because there's a lot going on and a lot of storytelling to be done. And, like, they wanted to cram it into one movie, which is stupid. You shouldn't cram that book into one movie. There's too much. There's too much world building, I think. Then you shouldn't assign it to David Lynch. He's crazy.
Can I ask you a question about
sure.
the Ushoran model?
Sure.
Would you like him to continue to not be on his base? Or could I glue him to his base?
Well, then what do I do? I mean, what do you do?
Yeah.
Because you're going to move on. Yeah, go ahead and glue him. That's fine.
Like, you'll be able to keep working on him?
Sure. That's fine. I think. It'd be annoying to get to his groin. But, actually, no, don't glue him. If that's okay. Because I need to still put this little loincloth in front.
What is this?
That's like the hole where you stick his feet.
Oh, that's his other foot goes there.
Yeah. It's a puzzle.
No, I actually really don't know what goes in that middle hole.
Oh, probably maybe nothing. It also could just be a hole. We can look it up. Maybe there's a piece. It's fine.
There's probably like one little rock or something, yeah. Okay, yeah, I will then, I'll pass him back to you, Meg. He's not glued on. You can show off the base.
Yeah. Oh, look at the blood.
After this, though, the base, from here on out, you have to finish the rest. Because the next step is a dip into the gravel, and I'm not going to do that till the rest is finished.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that blood, what happens with the blood, this is what I did on my Ogre Mall pot, too. We varnish it, and the gloss goes away. And that sounds bad, and it is, but it gives this like under layer of the blood that haven't been soaked in for a while.
Yeah.
And then what we do is we go back and put another layer of the gloss on top of it.
Yeah.
The same blood.
All right, I'm gonna start picking out highlights now.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
Oh, you want me to keep this?
I mean, it doesn't matter actually. Sorry, you can. But what I will dip, because I came prepared for the stream to show the dipping process, is I will dip these guys. Meg, can I once again pass the model to you? And I'll show you kind of where, go
ahead.
Yeah, that is right there in that, that crypt horror. So this is what the guys look like before we dip them. Now, a few things I have to do yet before I dip him. We're using this.
Thank you for the hearts.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the 90-minute documentary on the Dune that never happened. Yeah. So we're using this stuff that Saray recommended. Holly is using this on her Sons of Horus. Geek Gaming Scenics. Let me pass that to you, Meg. It's been a really long time since I've used any kind of gravelly stuff on my bases. I tend to not like it. I think it can often have kind of a kitty litter look. But this company mixes it with little moss pieces, little like little tufts of not tufts, but little bits of like greenery and stuff. So it's actually quite convenient, and I'm into it. So that's what we're gonna use.
Oh my god! The other thing I wanted to show them, you guys that were here for the palette, LVO. I took the palette class. This is what my palettes look like now. I feel like very proud of myself. They're very clean. Like you can see the projects.
Yeah.
Right. So I have like a few projects going on the same palette. Anyways, I just want to show that off.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Anyway, sorry. Moving on with what you were saying, and then we need to end this poll soon.
Yeah.
We're almost there.
Anyway, one of the things I was going to say...
So get your votes in.
That I'm going to do before we do dips, or not dips, but actually what we're going to do is we're going to sprinkle, we're going to set a model. This is a meat tray in the U.S. We like to have our meat pressed right into our styrofoam for a couple days before we eat it. And so you take one of these meat trays and you cut out a little notch like this. You guys can see that notch. There it is. You cut out a little notch. And then you put the guy on it, and then you just dump this. And the notch is so that then you can pour it back into the container. But what I've realized with this stuff that this Gamer Geek stuff is that you need to, at least in my opinion, you need to take some of the large rocks out of it. Some of the pebbles are kind of on the bigger side. And you need to take some of them out with a tweezer and glue them down. Because otherwise they do not... So my whole process is going to be glue down a couple little rocks. Then I'm going to take PVA glue, slather it all over, and then do the dip. But first, let's put down a couple little rocks on some of these because they do not get held in place very well, in my opinion, by the PVA glue alone. Okay, let's end the poll, Meg. Are we ready for this?
Yeah, let's do it. Go for it.
Okay. Okay, here we go. So, no surprise.
Yeah.
I
was wondering if the book would win, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think, wisely cultivated a real anti-literacy crowd.
Oh, my gosh.
We constantly...
he says.
We constantly rip on books.
We do? I don't rip on books. What's wrong with you?
Books and reading.
I don't do that. I like reading. I just don't have time anymore. Jeez.
Thinking of Bob's Burgers, and when Linda's like brings up reading a book, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that one time you read a book like 4 years ago and won't stop talking about it."
No, I like reading. I used to read all the time.
I like reading TV. That's for sure.
I do like TV. TV is my favorite. Dance Party. Zach. Thank you, Rudy, for the 5 memberships.
Oh, thanks, Rudy. Yeah.
It's so nice to see new people join. Even if they didn't give their consent.
Yeah, non-consensual memberships. YouTube knows how to.
Yeah, YouTube. Oh, this guy has rings on. I totally missed those. Yeah, I want to get that really nice, this like AK paint, the metallic paint that we have. I want to get it in gold.
Oh, you mean the Vallejo?
Vallejo, sorry, not.
You know what, Meg? They do, but I keep not being able to find it. Sorry, you know what we're talking about,
Yeah, I just showed it.
Yeah. The Vallejo metal color. Yeah. And I bought the pack I bought that added like 4 or 5 more new ones to our collection. I thought it had gold in it, but it didn't. It has copper.
Oh, I would use that. It's a warm metal. Where's that at? I can find it. Okay.
It's probably over by this. It's probably in the Cities of Sigmar box right there. Yeah.
I'll grab that later when I work on the metallics. Yeah, I wanted to give him like a bunch of different metallics going on. He seems like he'd be a little extra. Or, yeah, he's a little extra. And just have all kinds of precious metals. Although I guess he could think he has a bunch, and really it's all just like
some of
pyrite.
them do. Yeah, I know. Pyrite. Some of them do have like metal things that they've acquired. Sorry, I'm kind of curious, or Holly, if you're there, if you guys have done what I'm doing here with like noticing that it's kind of harder to get the big rocks to stick to the base, but yet you kind of want the big rocks on the base because they're cool. And if you glue them on separately, I'm wondering if there's a trick to not doing it like this. It's fine. It's not like it's hard, but It's an added step. But basing is very therapeutic to me. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get there one day with it.
Oh, here's a guy Saray painted. Chair guy.
Chair guy. Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot about him. That's right. Who was it that I painted? I don't even remember anymore.
You painted Royal Executioner. I'm going to bring him. He's here
cool.
too.
Okay.
Actually, I have to finish his base. He has a scenic base, if you will.
Kind of like Ushoran. That's cool. I don't remember.
Rudy, the titanium white that I like is I like the AK titanium white ink. They're not going to have that at a hobby store like that, like Michael's or Hobby Lobby. But the other one I like that they also probably won't have, I like the Monument Hobby one. Well, yeah. So Rudy, I don't know. You might have to go to a game store to grab that. And no, sorry, I don't mean big rocks. I mean like. Here, can you show him? Sorry.
Yeah.
Like that size. See those little pebbles there by the skull? We'll rotate him a bit here. Sorry, Meg. I know you're working.
Okay.
Keep like those. I find that like that size even doesn't really stick to the base. At least not the way I'm adhering them to the base. So I've been kind of gluing, like you can see I'm doing now, gluing like little piles of slightly larger ones.
I'm using, rather than using medium to like dilute these skin colors, I'm actually using this contrast to dilute because it adds that purple in.
Oh, cool.
Just calling that out. Yeah.
Well, cool, I guess.
Well, I'm just letting...
I'm just kidding.
Okay, we're just not going to talk anymore. All right. You guys have had time to get your votes in to this poll. So...
I closed it.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, we ended it.
Yeah.
Got it. I'm like
losing
my mind. Okay. Yeah.
Some people do like the 85.
Right, because we talked about how much you hate books.
Yeah, I for me it's hard to imagine the 84 one being anyone's favorite, but I do have a little bit of a soft spot for it, so I kind of get it. Again, definitely wouldn't say favorite. I think the new one is great. It has kind of one large glaring problem that I'm not super into, but other than that, I think.
What's that? Oh wait, no spoilers. Never mind. Somebody might not.
No, it's just a casting choice of
Oh, okay.
Of Zendaya as a very
sleepy yes, we heard about this.
Zendaya,
we don't need to talk about this anymore.
the sleep siren.
You can save that for your journeys, sir. Because I disagree. I think she's adorable. I like her. I love her in Euphoria.
She's somehow even boring in that show.
Oh my god.
She's I hate her. Yeah. I don't hate her. Just like I don't hate Marion Cotillard and I don't hate golf.
I said you're a hater.
No,
I hardly know her.
No, I'm saying I don't hate any of those things. Again, Marion Cotillard, golf, church. I don't hate these things. I might hate church a little bit. But I don't hate these things. I'm just saying like they're boring. They're boring things. Like it's fine if people want to go play golf. Do you say play golf? You don't say play golf, right?
Just go golf.
Go golfing. Yeah, because play is associated with fun. It's like a play is like a central component of mammals.
Whoa,
that we
this
do
guy.
Yeah.
This guy has some opinions.
So you can't play golf, but you can go golf.
Okay. What about mini golf? Can you play
mini golf? Is fun.
Mini golf is fun.
And also, wait a minute. Golf might be fun to play. It's not fun to watch.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. And it's not relaxing to watch either.
Well, some people like watching it too.
It's not relaxing to watch either, like baseball.
You don't think so? Okay.
No.
All right. Well, anyway, I'm happy with Zendaya. I don't understand the hate, but whatever. To each their own.
Sure, I'm happy with unflavored
water. Because I am too.
That's true. Your favorite LaCroix is the unflavored.
I do like the unflavored LaCroix the best.
I don't know. Whatever.
Why, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know? That's kind of how I feel about it.
Oh my
Water is water. What, you don't follow our hydro homies?
Anyway. And I am tired, too. I didn't sleep super well
You
last
are
night.
tired.
So
is that why you're so grumpy with me?
I'm not grumpy with you.
Oh.
Sorry if I'm grumpy with you. I didn't think I was. But I'm just worried about falling asleep in the theater today.
I'm going to say on stream. I'm just worried about falling asleep while painting. Yeah, I won't fall asleep. We're going early enough, so I'll be okay.
I think if there's a lot of good scenes, I'll be fine. But
You'll be fine.
If they have like these like long scenes of Zendaya and Timothy Chalamet talking, I'm gonna
staring at each other.
Just gonna zone out.
Summoning Dune. Just kidding. That's not how it works.
Because Chalamet is like a vanilla ice cream. He just goes well with whatever's on screen.
Oh, so he's not boring, but she is.
No, he's boring. In a way that's like, but like when he's in the scene with Josh Brolin, it's like, whoa, Josh Brolin and Timothy Chalamet, or Jason Momoa. It's like, whoa, Jason Momoa or Jessica Ferguson. It's like, whoa, Jessica Ferguson and Timothy Chalamet. These are great. But then he gets in a scene with, or Javier Bardem, like, but then he gets in a scene with Zendaya, and it's like, you know.
No, I okay. Well, anyway.
Anyway, we can move on.
No, it's fine.
Oh, you want to keep talking about how boring Zendaya
is? Whatever you want to talk about, since I ruined your day today. You didn't want this to be the worst day at your job.
Yeah, well, I'm excited. And I don't know, I read the book forever ago.
You did. And you told me it wasn't good. You didn't like it.
I don't like it.
But I really like it. I just need to finish it.
I don't like the book. Yeah, I actively
And then I need to read...
I would rank the book last in this rating.
Would you really?
Yeah.
You know what I should have done where I screwed up? I shouldn't have included the new one. I should have done... I should have put
we can see who...
I should have skipped the new one because we knew that one was pretty good.
Well, who won after that?
What I should have put in was Rebel Moon.
No, many of these lunatics would have voted for Rebel Moon.
I know, it would have been really funny.
Dune's Part 1 and 2 won, and then the novel came in second. So yeah, the novel would have won.
Yeah.
I like the 84. I haven't seen the miniseries, by the way.
No, me neither. We should try and find it and watch it if it's available.
It's gonna be rough.
No, I bet it'll be good.
Did we not try to watch the 70s Battlestar Galactica? It's rough.
No, sorry. No, popped actually on you.
No.
No, sorry. I think it was Star Trek we tried watching. We were like, ugh, God, this is...
Oh, OG Star Trek?
Yeah.
OG Star Trek is kind of rough. I think you had to probably, like, if you're our age, you probably had to have a dad that really loved it, or I guess I'll say a parent, but I'm not sure I've ever seen...
Zach, a parent.
An older lady into Star Trek.
My chemistry teacher was obsessed with Star Trek.
Did she like Next Gen, or did she like
all of it? It didn't matter. She was a Trekkie, like, oh, that's cool, super Trekkie nerd.
That's fun.
She was also very into Creed. She's the one who took a picture with the Creed billboard, like, in the background, and then won a contest to go meet Creed. Hosted by our local radio station.
That's funny. That's right.
I was like, good for you.
That is cool. I did finish the Dune book. No, I'm not lying. Sorry, I did finish it. The book I think you're thinking of also that people say they read. There's always like some dude who plays guitar and like hangs out in coffee shops that tries to tell you he actually read and finished Brothers Karamazov. No one has actually finished that book ever. You cannot actually finish that book. It is impossible.
You know what? I was gonna work on. I know I'm working on the flaps of skin up here, but I'm gonna regret it because I have to dry brush all of this fur.
Oh, not Dune books. Sorry, you're right. I only read the first one.
Oh, yeah.
I stopped after the first one. I don't know why.
I don't think I'm gonna read beyond that. I have like a bunch of books that I want to read of Dracula that I want to read. I want to finish.
Just watch the movie.
I did watch the movie. It was great.
Why would you read the book?
It sounds interesting.
It's so old-timey.
Can I finish?
You know how hard it is to read an old-timey book, though.
That's what she said. Okay.
What? It makes sense.
No, what I said. Okay. Anyway.
Oh, you did it. That's what she said with your own book? I mean, with your own joke? Can you do that?
Steve Carell did it.
Okay.
Michael Scott did it.
I guess that's true.
Um,
Sorry, Meg. I keep cutting you off.
I don't know what I was talking about anymore.
You're saying books you want to read.
That's fine.
And you said Dracula.
No, it's fine. I don't want to talk about it.
I'm sorry, but
no, it's okay.
It
was The Gunslinger.
Oh yeah.
Another book ruined by them trying to squish everything into one movie.
I think they'll get that right eventually, though.
Someday, when Stephen King's dead and
sad.
somebody else can like sign up his content for a decent production studio, it'll be like a mini series, just like The Stand. And it'll be great.
I imagine Stephen King shows up to like the writer's room and they don't invite him, but I imagine he like shows up and just starts like going over to like the table where there's food and just starts like loading up a plate and asking how everyone is. And then just like sits down and they're all like, "Oh God, we were gonna make a good movie out of your content, and now you're here."
I feel like no, yeah, I know. It's like why, and he's like okay with it too. I'm like, you didn't sign off on The Shining, but you're signing off on this new rendition. No,
I think
what's
it's
wrong
him.
With you?
I think he's the problem.
Yeah.
And when you read about it, you get it. Like I'm the same way. Like in context of like the kind of stuff like. Stephen King wants to make like Saturday afternoon, Saturday night like popcorn flicks,
which is fine,
right? Which I love. Like I love all of his like. Honestly, probably the one that has a foot in both camps the best. This is gonna be wild. You're never gonna guess which one I'm gonna say. But
the Langoliers.
No, the Langoliers is
okay.
Solidly S tier. No, I was gonna say.
Oh God.
Night Shift.
Okay.
That one's like
it's been a while.
It's kind of like an okay movie, and then like, but it's just such a great like Saturday night movie. Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of just like a great like just turn it on and have some popcorn and.
I love Cat's Eye.
Cat's Eye's good.
Cat's Eye's great, and I love
both the anthologies are pretty good.
Yeah, it's Creep Show. Creep Show's great.
Creep Show's good.
Yeah. Everyone loves Creep Show.
I mean, a lot of the movies are pretty good. But he likes that, like, that's what he wants. He wants to create movies like that.
I know. And I'm grateful for it, but I'm kind of like, ugh, dude, can't you, like, have some standards?
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
We went off the rails there.
Did.
But,
talking about books that don't make, well, they should make good movies, but for some reason, people didn't choose to make good movies.
Oh, The Mist is good. Actually,
I love The Mist.
The Mist is good. And to Saray's point...
don't care about the horrible CGI monster.
Me either. And to Saray's point, The Mist is actually good late. It's late. It's a late good Stephen King movie. Like, kind of late. Because he had a lot of 80s and 90s stuff. And I think it's a combination of age and generation and stuff of us. Where I think we accept 80s and 90s movies to be more like that. Have that degree of camp, but he really the Mist is very serious. Like it's not campy, it's not goofy.
It's not really campy. Yeah.
But how involved was Stephen King with it again?
I don't know.
See that might
also,
be.
Also, I liked Dreamcatcher.
You and I both like Dreamcatcher.
We both liked it.
Nobody else.
Likes
nobody
it.
likes
Everyone's
it.
like, ugh, Dreamcatcher.
That has a degree of camp to it.
It's campy, but I really enjoyed it. I liked the cast and it's decent. I love Morgan Freeman of course.
I forgot that Morgan Freeman's in there.
Yeah, he's the bad guy. Okay. Oop.
No Bounce, No Play.
Mm-hmm. That's the other one. Same shit, different day. That's the other one.
Yeah.
SDDD.
Yeah. It's a weird one. It's just it's a really weird plot line.
Oh yeah, and Donnie Wahlberg.
It's Wahlberg, Damian Lewis.
Yeah. Damian Lewis, he's a British guy, right?
Yeah.
He's such a good American accent.
Yeah, he does. He's Band of Brothers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got Jason. What's his last name?
Short.
Yeah.
No. Not Schwartz.
Not Schwartz. What's his name? He's from My Name Is.
I don't know. No one will ever
I can't remember this name either. What's the?
My Name Is Earl.
Yeah, he's from My Name Is Earl, right? Who's that guy? He's
I
good.
forget.
You don't see him in a lot.
And Timothy Olyphant.
Timothy Olyphant. That's right. I love Timothy. Yeah, this is such a good. It's like such a good cast. Yeah, we gotta watch. Let's watch Dreamcatcher this weekend.
Instead
maybe.
of Dune,
Sunday.
Let's watch Dreamcatcher.
Yeah. No, but we should do a Dreamcatcher rewatch soon. It's pretty good. It's wild.
It's wild.
It is. It's a wild movie.
And then there's like a monster that climbs up your butt.
Yep.
Out of your butt.
It's got that.
Yeah.
It's got Jason Lee. Thank you, Cody.
Jason Lee. Okay.
Hey, Gopher Painting. Nice to see you in chat.
Hi.
And then somebody else. Wait, you haven't finished the Dune series? No, I know. Sorry, I know though. I what I'll do often is just read through the wiki on or like fandom or whatever.
Yeah.
I know all kinds of weird stuff happens with people turning into worms and yeah. There's a famous picture. It's kind of hard to find of Paul, like Frank Herbert's Frank Herbert's drawings. Oh, I finished the base on your guy. Well, I'm going to add some more stuff too, but I did that.
Oh, right. I painted that.
Yeah.
I forgot.
The base wasn't finished, but
Do you guys remember him? I don't.
I need to do a little bit. I don't know why I passed it to you just now. It's not finished.
Why did I forget
I finished the
painted
base and then immediately didn't
What is
finish
happening? That's right. And then I posted it on Instagram against a bunch of Sharknado backdrops because we were watching Sharknado when I was finishing it.
Oh, that's fun.
That's fun. All right. Needs little highlights on his fingers.
Now, Soups, back to answer a question you asked a little while ago.
Soups asked a question?
Not a super chat, but he asked, what would I prefer, reading the Dune book or watching Rebel Moon? I'm going to say watching Rebel Moon.
Oh, the book.
No, the Dune book is going to take hours of my life.
Yeah, but it's good.
No,
Rebel Moon.
It's not. It's not. It's really not. It's not for.
Yeah, no, it's fair. You don't like reading.
I don't. Well,
if you like reading though, it's a good book.
I like reading nonfiction.
You do, yeah. I'm all about fiction.
I'm reading a nonfiction book right now, and
escape.
by reading it, I mean having a British man read it to me while I'm on the elliptical.
Who's the British man?
I don't know.
Is it Soups?
No.
Hey Soups, I'm gonna go jogging now.
I need you to call me. I need you to
call
call me and read to me.
Bedtime stories with Soups.
I want actually Cass to read to me.
Cass.
Yeah, I want Cass to read Sapien, the story of humanity to me.
Cass has so many amazing pictures.
I know. He lives somewhere very beautiful.
Travels, yeah, the UK.
Well, he lives like in a particularly like rural part of it, I guess. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can get beautiful pictures of a city too, though.
Sure. All right, I'm stopping there for now. I'm gonna work on. I want to work on the face, but like I could just work on the face for the rest of the day. It's 11:30. We're running out of time. Oh my gosh.
Time for some dips. Here we go. So we make our little glue. Our little glue cup. This one has already been liquefied.
Oh. I feel bad because no one can see what you're doing. Should we switch?
No.
All right. All right, then.
I mean, you are just painting, and I'm actually doing... But this isn't really that interesting.
All right. I'm going to highlight up the extremities now. Oh, Zach's hungry. I heard a little tummy talking.
Okay.
It's like, shut up, woman. Oh, poor Zach. Kind of driving you nuts today already, aren't I?
No, it's fine. Actually, Bartok is the one who really...
Yeah, Bartok. Blame Bartok.
Needs to get his neck snapped.
No, not my baby. All right, toes.
How do you barf all over the carpet and then be like, "Hey, let me in," while
cats have
while we're streaming?
No self-awareness.
He doesn't know that we're streaming.
He doesn't know that
he barfed on.
He shouldn't have. That we're mad at him because that was rude. Rude, Bartok. We have fan stuff coming up.
We do.
But before fan stuff, today's an extra special fan stuff because we are running, as you know, our monthly challenge in our Discord, where every month Soups picks a different theme and you guys paint something, hopefully, according to that theme. And then at the end of the month, cast and mods get to vote. That means all of you cast. Don't forget to vote when we do these. Gets to vote on the winner for the theme. And then that winner gets to boss soups around and all this fun stuff happens. But anyway, so it's March began. Mm-hmm. February ended. And so we have a winner for February. So we're going to take a look at the submissions and then announce the winner, which I think Soups might have already spilled the beans in our Discord, which is fine because it is something he's running. But I'm going to act like that didn't happen. Okay. And have a little lead up. So let's take a look at...
Love and romance was the theme, right?
Yeah.
And
we're taking a look at the entries right now.
We said that could kind of mean...
For last week.
Whatever you thought it meant.
Yeah. Like, you can be in love with the model, or it can be in love with you, or two models can be in love with each other, or you can just love the model. You don't have to be in love with it, right? Mm-hmm. But these were our entries. So this is Broken Chef. I saw a Rough House in there. This is Cody's.
This one's pretty good.
Which holds a special place in my heart.
This one's pretty good, yeah.
This is Pat C. He actually had a whole unit
of these. Yeah, I sent.
But I wanted to take a close up. Like
these are guys I sent him. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun to see. That
great. Yeah. Really pretty. This is Rough House. So yeah. Oh, and then this was Spire. Crud. Whose was this one?
Oh, Spirecraft? Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always
new to our Discord. So that was cool. It's great to see all these entries. But of course we had a winner, and that winner was Teeny Tiny Victories.
It was Laura, yeah.
Yeah. She won with her Cthulhu, and she almost didn't enter it. So congrats, Laura. Yeah. You get to boss around Soups. That's super fun. Very excited for you. I don't know what part of the model he's gonna paint for you, but I hope you make it difficult. Just kidding. I hope you enjoy getting to see him do that. What he paints up for you.
Yeah.
And so now we're moving on to March. We have a new theme. Soups chose beginnings.
Right.
And so whatever you're inspired, hopefully you're inspired by this graphic, by this word. Whatever it means to you, go for it. And I'm excited to see these entries.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks, you guys, for those entries. We will move on to fan stuff.
Yes.
Traditional fan stuff.
Yeah.
Which is just people submitting stuff they've been finishing, stuff they've been working on. Yeah. Let's do it. Okay. Soy Sumer. This is Soy Sumer.
Yeah.
I'm happy that Soy Sumer is posting hobby stuff. And this is super cool. This is like a kit bashed corpse cart.
Is that what it is? I think it's a kit bash grave tide.
Is it? Okay. Because, it looks like the bodies are from the corpse cart.
I'm not sure.
Unless this
it's
is
not
like
on a base.
model.
It's not on a base.
Is this just a model, like, out of the box? Like
no,
this?
I don't think so. A suffocating grave tide, I think, is what he's going to use this for. I didn't ask him, but that was kind of my guess.
Okay.
It's an endless spell. Endless spells have these like funky irregular bases.
Yeah, I don't remember ever seeing this, so I'm assuming he kit bashed it from a corpse cart.
I don't know what
those look like the corpse cart bodies, but I could be wrong. Yeah. Anyway, I really liked it. I thought it was super cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, gross.
Well, you should ask him. I'll ask him in Discord.
We should ask him, not just make stuff up.
What he's using it for.
Yeah. But thank you for, I'm so glad you joined the Discord. It is an endless spell. It comes that way, Cody. I can't remember seeing it. Okay, but it ties in very well with the corpse cart.
Oh, it's the Flesheater Courts one. That's right. Yeah,
okay.
No. And it's not this is just what it looks like.
Okay.
Thank you, Cody. Yeah.
Because I haven't seen it, so I was like, oh, what a cool kit bash.
So the reason I thought it was also a kit bash, Meg, is because the Mausoleum kit, Sigmarite Mausoleum kit, these look just like the defense looks like it's
going to tie in well. Yeah, like... I guess they could take a corpse card. Does a corpse card do anything for FEC?
If they had had zombie allies.
Okay. Anyway, I like it. Thank you, Soy Sumer. Thanks for joining the Discord.
Yep.
Molecule, working on
his Marines. Yeah. He's taking good photos too.
I know. It's such a like dramatic photo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks great. It makes the blue really pop.
Yeah, I you know, his whole thing here is that he wants to do like, I don't know that he would say more realistic looking Ultramarines, or like what they would look like probably if they really existed, like
yeah.
the color of their armor. But you know, these are Ultramarines, right? And this is not like the normal Ultramarine color. It's way darker.
Right, we talked about that. I was like saying how, oh, this is like a glowed up Space Marine. Like,
it's like an adult Space
Marine.
Like
Space Marines for adults.
Yeah.
So I really like this take on the color.
Same.
Yeah. It's nice.
Not that I don't not mind the traditional Ultramarines blue one, but it's cool to see this.
Yeah, something different. Yeah. Cool. This is Christopher's. Christopher wasn't able to get his own photo of his Magnus, so this is actually sent to him from the person who commissioned him. Yeah, he finished this recently as a commission. It came out great.
Yeah, he's looking to do more commissioning, which is cool. Yeah, looks great. Magnus
love it.
Looks like a
7 layers of red in there. He said.
Looks like a wild model to interact with, to be honest with you.
In many ways. Thanks, Chris. This is Bright.
Yeah.
This is we know this guy.
He's doing that kind of like, hey, this is a white model. It reads as white, but it's like not kind of a thing.
I love that. Yeah, I mean, I was looking at a tutorial on Instagram the other day, and the whole thing started off washed like a cream or like a off-white, right?
Yeah.
And then the white was put over it. This looks like maybe it could be like that, but anyway, like white is really defined by the colors around white. So anyway, people tend to have a hard time with white, or say it's one of the trickier colors, right? Mm-hmm. I think this looks really nice, and I definitely read it as white. Yeah.
Good to hear from Brad.
Wait a minute, why is this in here?
All right.
That was weird.
That was...
I guess that didn't make it to the right folder.
All right.
We're moving on. Yeah, that was another meme I meant to throw in our memes. It's like they took the meme from last week and made it worse. So I thought it was funny. Anyway, this is Larry's. Lazarus Larry's. Look at how fun this is. What is this
KO.
boat? Yeah. That's right. Yeah. So Ray's getting into this army. I love this. This looks super fun.
Yeah. This is cool. What is that? Is that the normal base? That's not the normal base it's on. I think
it's like floating over this like city, right?
Looks like he added.
So cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna be curious what that is.
Yeah.
Like what's going on there.
Yeah.
But he might just have wanted a better, like something more solid than a flying stand.
Yeah. I really like it. I like the colors. What a fun choice for the army. Yeah. I'm excited to see more of those. And this is Brett's. This is our very own local Brett's.
We know this guy.
This is Malifaux, isn't it? Yeah, because you can tell by the base.
I'm guessing.
It is, yeah. I played Malifaux with Brett. He taught me how to play it the other day at Fault Line.
How'd it go?
It was cool. I mean, so there's a lot of...
It's hard to judge after one go through, huh?
No, I liked it. Like, I actively want to play it again. I was like...
Yeah, you'll get into it more if you play more, I think. I'm just kidding, Meg. I'm just joking.
You play, oh my god, you play it with card flipping and not dice, and that was an interesting mechanic, and I just have to get used to it. So once I get used to it, I can tell like the game will go pretty fast.
Did you pick the cards up and try to roll them?
I did.
You were like throwing the cards on the table?
I was like, what do I do now?
No.
And I threw them, and
some
were face up and some were not.
Brett's like, no, here, let me show you.
Let me show you how cards work, Meg. And I was like, oh.
And then you did it again anyway, yeah.
Yeah. It took me a few tries.
You kept forgetting, yeah.
To get what was going on. Yeah. So, anyway, Brett looks great. Thank you for teaching me how to play Malifaux. I like it.
Yeah, this does look good.
He's cool. I love the water. He has another water elemental guy.
Is that like his armies thing, or... He's
one
like
of them.
He has a couple that he gangs.
He bought 2, right? One is his... he might have more,
right.
But one is for his
playing with his friend.
Yeah, like far away, and
they set up both. They set up the same board. It's sort of like how you see like old timey people play chess, where they set up the same chess board, and like do their things, like mail when they like would mail their moves to each other.
Yeah.
Back in like the 1800s. That's like what Brett's doing now.
All right, and lastly, a broken chef with his little. These are little nerd.
Oh yeah.
They're so cute.
These were the belle of the ball.
The belle of the ball.
These are really cool.
Yeah.
We felt like that this was something he is high output. When you have super high output and you're painting models a lot, which a lot of the people here in chat do right now, I know I have a problem, and Broken Chef didn't do what I am about to say. I have a problem of feeling like I actually am getting better, because you kind of, when you have the high output, you're like cranking stuff out, right? You don't necessarily take time to get better, but it looks like he did not do that here. He like this is
looks great.
These are amazing, yeah. This is exactly like what I like for an Nurgle. This kind of tannish, greenish purple.
I love how the blue pops.
The blue, yeah.
Yeah. It's so cute. And they're Nurglings, so they're very cute.
Yep.
Yeah. Looks great, Chef. And I get what you're saying, Zach, but I feel like you can get better at painting faster and keeping it looking good.
That's what I have. But
you're really good at that.
But Meg, that's what I'm saying. That is the only thing I've gotten better at. Like maybe
I don't know.
Maybe learning a new technique that's kind of like binary, like you either can do it or you don't.
Sure.
I've done that, but like actually getting better, like going in and getting better at particular things.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me anyway, I really have to set aside pulling off new ideas that are conceptually different, but not necessarily technically more advanced.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Like the Nighthaunt I'm painting, I'm doing the moonlit base with the Muzu black. That's not really a new painting skill, right? Like I haven't become a better painter because I'm doing that. So I guess that's kind of what I mean. I feel like it can be sort of hard when you're cranking out models all the time, either for a stream or because you're a commissioned painter. It can be kind of hard to be like, how am I actually going to get better? How am I going to get better? What I tend to do more often is say, what am I going to do that's different? Does that make sense?
I guess I...
And the reality...
I mean, over time, your craft just gets better.
Correct.
Because you're practicing.
But right? the reality is, I think part of the reason is some of the ways that you need to get better are just slow down. And once you get good at making models look pretty decent quickly, that becomes, a weird thing to then do. It's like, okay, all the stuff I've learned, let me chill out on that for a bit and go back to taking my time and, doing getting all this brushwork, blah, blah, blah.
Sure. Yeah.
This is a great example here. These stone bases. This is a better product that existed 10 years ago. Maybe 15 years ago, the last time I used gravel on a model. This is a better product, so it just looks better. I've done other things like isolate the large pieces, glue them to the side, add other bits, some epic basing. Like, you guys may not have been able to see, but we also have like these like stone tiles that lay flat on these bases. That kind of show like remnants of a castle floor or something being there. I didn't do any of that 15 years ago, right? Now I've done it. So like I guess that's better.
Yeah.
That's an example of it. Of course. But that's also just like.
Well, what are we talking about here? You're specifically talking about painting skills, like painting craft, but like I'm talking about just like being a better hobbyist. Like there's a lot of things involved.
Yeah.
Right, like you're
familiarity.
More efficient. That's pretty cool. Like
efficiency is fine.
You're very efficient, and you do really nice stuff. Like everything is very like unified and bright. Like it stands out on the tabletop, right? Like.
Right,
I
but
think that's great.
That's
do really
thank
nice
you.
Armies.
But the point with that is but that is what I do, right?
But you're saying like I want to get better at like technique, like spend a little more.
Yeah, it can be harder.
You'd have to break yourself. Like,
right,
this
exactly.
This is not for
an
army. I have forever to finish this.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I'm doing with the Kingdom.
And I have a hard time doing the opposite.
Over there.
Yeah.
She's been sitting there. I haven't touched her.
You haven't touched her. Yeah.
Like a few months.
Well, maybe he has, but
not
to paint.
Yeah.
I have the opposite problem.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I don't know how to call this done. It doesn't feel done, but I have to finish. I have to move on. Like
I think
I have a hard time with that.
Yeah. If it's on a base, you could put it on you should just like
get it this far, and then go set it on a terrain board. Like when you see I have a board set up, just get it like where it's based and everything.
Yeah,
this
that came out really cute.
This is you.
Well, the base and stuff. You finished it.
Okay, so like grab a guy like this, right? There's way more you could do on this guy.
Oh, yeah.
But you grab a guy like this, he's fully based, you varnish him, and you go sit him on a terrain board. Yeah. And you're like, oh, that looks good.
Yeah.
That's it. It's done, right?
It's really hard for me to just focus on skin and not just want to do his whole head, like do his whole face. I really, really want to do his whole face. But that's not what I'm doing today.
Okay, now the last thing that I feel that so okay, this product, I gotta say, Saray recommended this. I do not give this product an A. I give this product like a B. And the main reason I give it a B is this is, by the way, the product I'm talking about is the Geek Gaming Scenics train to fight over geekgaming.com. .co.uk. Okay. Anyway, the main reason I don't give this product a super high score is that so they have taken a lot of basing material and mixed them all together, but the problem is that they do not. That is not how they work when you dip them or when you sprinkle. Like they give you these basically little tufted. They're not tough. They're I can show you what they are because I have it. It's like this woodland scenic stuff. They like. There's like soft versions of this that they sprinkle in throughout. And so when you look at the product, you get this really good sense of what it's going to look like. You're like, oh my gosh, that's going to look great. It's going to have the green. It's going to have the gravel. It's going to have everything in it there. But they don't all adhere like that. So you have to then take tweezers and grab little things like this. Like this is a jar of it, right? I can reach in and like, look at the stuff I can pull out. Like I can pull out full pieces of like moss and stuff, and then you have to like stick those on with glue manually. I'm not finding that it does not apply uniformly. Right, what really likes to stick are tiny stones. Tiny stones stick great. Everything else you kind of have to go in and like manually add, and I don't know, some of the other stuff does stick okay. Sometimes these will stick, but there's a lot of stuff that just doesn't stick. It's kind of weird.
So you gave it a B?
I give this product a B.
Okay.
I'm the reason. So Saray brought this up. The reason I went with it, or thought it was a good idea, is because I haven't done gravel in a while.
Okay.
I historically don't like it. It's too sloppy looking. Like I can't. It doesn't read well. Varnishing it does help a lot as well. I don't think back when I was doing it 10, 15 years ago on a Tau Army that I was varnishing it. And again, adding things. I've also added GW skull bits, like a lot to it. That helps. But I don't know. It just doesn't. It looks kind of messy. Like you kind of like, what is it, right? And that's what it is. It's just gravelly ground, with like occasional plants poking out of it. So that's why it's supposed to look messy. But I'm not sure I always love it. The other thing I was about to say I don't like about it is what's happening right now, which is that to go back and add the woodland scenic products, I have to wait a while for this to dry.
Oh, okay.
If you don't let it dry and you start trying to add other things, the glue will pick up the stuff that's down already. So it's in some ways it's fast and efficient. In other ways, it's not. But this is what the next step of what we will, once he's down on the base, we'll add this stuff. Yeah.
We are coming up on time, as they say in meetings. I'm going to call it pretty soon. I'm happy with his skin, actually, where I got it to. I think once I start filling out more of the details, it'll look more done. Like, you guys are going to see it, and it's going to look, like, messy still, right? Like, because the details are not finalized, and there's a lot of stuff going on around the skin that's not done. But the skin, I'm actually like, yeah, I like this. I think I did all right. I had a good time painting it.
Yeah, I'm excited for this army. Soups, keep in mind that this brand of gravel is like, it's not one color. It's designed to not have to paint over it. Like they literally they make these like bespoke blends and have many different ones. This one was Alpine, I think. There's like Mediterranean. There's like it won't surprise you to learn that on the back it talks about being sold for model trains, which is probably why Saray knows about it because of his
obsession.
He refuses to admit it, but yeah.
Yeah, we know. We know what he's into.
Yeah, Soups, I'm kind of with you. I think the way what I've done to make myself more okay with it or add the other parts. So I'll put this guy back on there, for example. Maybe we can do actually I can do it, sorry. So what I've done to make this like something that I can be okay with is the stone pieces there. You see the skulls and these like little like green tufts. Those are all added on. And again, the larger stones, I also kind of have to glue those in place. And then it's okay. This is sort of like a weird army that I really am excited to work on, but I'm like enjoying working on this with Megan and with Saray as like a hobby collab project. It's not an army that's my play style. I don't have a lot invested in exactly how we make it look. So I wouldn't do this for like an army of my own. I wouldn't, but I'm glad I did it.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I don't appreciate Saray's call to do it. I do. And I think it looks pretty good on these guys. I am happy with seeing how gravel can come out better, so to speak. And I'm glad I did it also because I kind of have learned that I still don't like it that much.
It's important to learn that too.
Yeah. I mean, I would say that this is like the apex of basing material as far as gravel goes. We added epic miniature floor stuff to the floor that kind of like encroaches. I think we did a good job on these bases.
Well, you did.
Well, sir, I mean,
Sorry.
Yeah.
I did not contribute to the bases.
I think we did a good job on them, but to me, like, this is the apex of how, I mean, I'm not saying that you couldn't make a better gravel base in this, but like, we used most of the best materials and really put a lot of thought into it.
Nice.
And this is how it came out. And you guys think it looks nice. Chris says he likes it. Soup says he likes it. I just, I don't know. There's something about it. It's like like you said, kind of like cleaner stuff, cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something about it I'm not digging.
That's fine. That's fair. All right. I guess I can put this down. And we can take a look.
Chris, it's called Geek Gaming Scenics. And
here, let's put it on the camera. There you go.
Geek Gaming Scenics.
Yeah.
We bought a few bags, put it in a jar.
Okay, so let's take a look at where Ushoran is.
You're right, Laura. And the one I showed did have a tough. Yeah, we did put tufts on them too.
Not. Oh, there it is. It's right here.
Yeah.
Meg. You dingus. All right, this is where we're going to call it for today. So I'm pretty happy with his skin.
Yeah,
I hope it looks okay on camera. But I was pulling out highlights. Yeah, and what I did was I mixed the skin colors we used. It was like a peachy color and a bright color. And then I mixed it with this dreadful visage to tone it down. Make it a little more purple, which is why it looks so white, I think. Yeah.
So next on him, you're probably working on the skin, but the cape, you put the base coat down. Is the cape done? No, the cape you're going to do more.
The cape's not even close.
And then you've got all the fur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think fur and cape next would be good to knock out. Because I'm honestly really excited to do all his little details.
Yeah, he looks great.
And like I like to save. Well, I could do some details right where I'm done, but I like saving it for the end. That's my favorite part. Yeah, but yeah,
awesome.
We did it.
We did it. We got a lot more done, and then these guys are based, so I can varnish them here, and then we're starting to get this army close. Honestly, also finished, and I guess I could base is the dragon.
But we didn't paint the guy riding the dragon, so we need to do that. The Terrorgeist. So we have a lot done for this army. What we really now have left to do is
the little guys.
A ton of little guys, Crypt Ghouls and Crypt Guard.
We worked on them a little bit on stream.
They go fast.
We had like a fun like counter. We should do that again.
They go fast.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Meg, anything else?
I don't think so. I think we're gonna hop into. Oh well, we want to say really quick thank you to our mandrills. A quick reminder that we do have a treat for you coming up in our Discord. It is on the 10th of March. Non-metal metallic with Devin Bush again. So hope you guys check that out if you're mandrills. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us. It always helps us keep going, and for your support and your super chats and your hearts. That's all great for morale.
Yep.
Extra thank you to the mandrills who keep us going every month.
Yep.
For a little bit extra, and we appreciate that.
We do.
Yeah, so we hope you're enjoying the content. Let us know what you'd like if you'd like to see something in particular. Yeah,
let us know. And mandrills, by the way, another thing to mention, of course, is if you're cruising around Instagram and you think you know a painter that might want to work with us, let us know because. Molecule. Thank you. We appreciate it. He says the Devon sessions are great.
Molecule.
Join if you can. Thank you, Molecule. And we think so too. And we'll work with Devon continuing, but we'd like to grow that.
Yeah,
crowd.
We'd like to have more artists featured.
Send us a message in Discord.
We'd like to offer up more artists as a tribute. Mandrills.
Yeah. So, there's two kind of pieces to that. One is yes, they need to be somebody that is appealing to do, and the second one, of course, is they need to want to do it.
Yeah,
and
course,
so that's the harder part, of course.
Yeah.
Awesome. Meg, you want to take us out?
Yeah. You gonna push the button?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to each other, and always be creating. Bye. And thanks for the dance party.